And a pleasant good afternoon from the Eveleth, the historic Eveleth Hippodrome. Today it's high school hockey, boys hockey on Public Access Channel 12. Nice to have you along here. We got four people on press row. We got Mark on one camera, Hugo producing, Jimmy Lane on the holding down the left end, and just nice to have you along. I used to know Bert Arvila. He was a writer for the paper around here, and he'd tell me that you could fit 1,000 or 2,000 people in the press box at Ann Arbor, Michigan. So we're going to have lineups pretty soon, and if you're viewing on Public Access Channel 12, nice to have you along. And we are streaming on Access 12 TV on the internet. I got to say some hellos to Edgewood Vista. My mother-in-law Agnes is 100 years old. Ray Santelli, Corey's dad, Martin DeLuca, and Bill Culbertson. So if you're watching or viewing, tell them you saw it. We're going to go to the public address announcer for our introduction of tonight's starting lineups. Okay, we're going to have the playing of our national anthem. We'll be ready for high school hockey. The Eveleth, Gilbert, Mesabi's Golden Bears will be taking on the Princeton Tigers here from the hip after the playing of our national anthem. Okay, there you have it. Introduction of lineups, the playing of our national anthem, high school hockey here on Public Access Channel 12, and streaming the game on YouTube. So, Bears come in 10-6-1 on the season, and the Princeton Tigers coming in coming making the trek up here to play some afternoon hockey. Jimmy, nice. Been a few years since we've been this close. I hope you don't feel kind of funny. Bears are in their gold with black numerals. Oh, they must go down and this is my first time filling in for Steve Carlson today, and they must have different warm-up jerseys, and they go down and change. I was taking note of the warm-up jerseys. And the Princeton Tigers, they're in black and orange. Black with the white numerals and the orange trim. And the nets will be Hunter Burrian for the Tigers. And the nets will be Mac Lotiger for the Golden Bears. So nice to have you along. Sun's still shining. It's a shiny, cold day. Head coach for Princeton is Darren Lobbs. And Jeff Terrell, coach of the Golden Bears. We're underway. Troutwine back. Oh, did I get something wrong? Okay, I was handed some. We got Andrew Terrell in the net, so thank you, Jim. I thought it was, they've got three, they rotate. Mac Lotiger, Noah Shuck, and Andrew Terrell. Terrell in the nets tonight. Face off to the right of Burrian. Bears controlling. Bodette fires in off the end boards. They'll dig in there up to the circle near side. Wheeling and just throwing it toward the net. Hunter Levander. Shot put in. Held in near side by the Bears. Just underway. Nick Bodette flips it toward the right corner. Giving chase Gage Johnson. Also for the Bears will be Alex Haas. Back there, and the Bears try to throw it out front. Off the far boards. Picked up by Dylan Cook. He hammers it out of the zone. Jack Southard. Southard here in the left circle. Poked back the other way. Haas throws it to the corner. He'll look for a change. Burrian throws it over to the far corner. We're scoreless here. 16:01 to go in our first period. Bears have controlled the action. Nice move, but then off the puck goes Bryce Kopp. Puck over in the left corner, chasing over Tyler Danielson for the Tigers. Throws it to Ray Anderson. They'll try to come up the near boards, but it's pounded back in by Nick Bodette. No score here. Princeton and Eveleth, Gilbert, Mesabi East. Nice to have you along on Public Access 12 on the internet. I understand there's a little bit of a delay on the internet, and that's just the nature of it. Ryan Mellon tries to come up the far boards. Also trying to move it up is Cole Kockelman. And now the Tigers come away with it. They throw it out. Picked off out at center ice by Will Troutwine. Troutwine toward the slot with it. It's pounded right back, flipped back out by Ray Anderson. Now the race is on. Moving down will be Cole Kockelman. Hustling back for the Bears, Nick Bodette. They tie him up. And Golden Bears come on out to neutralize. Elliot Van Orsdale. He hammers it high off the plexiglass. Held in at the left point by Brennan Berglund. Moving in. Van Orsdale can't control it. Back out to the point. Gage Johnson puts it into the slot, and a save made by Burrian. Nice to have you along. We have 14:45 to go in our first period here on Public Access Channel 12. The producer today, Hugo Mariucci, Donnie Mariucci on the camera. And Mark's on the camera to our left. That guy, I wish we'd have had some guys his size in basketball, Jim, when I was doing Golden Bear basketball. He's about 6'4" on that camera to our left. And Jimmy Lane. Nice to have Jim in the press box where he always should be, I figure. So Brennan Berglund fires it out, picking it up for the Bears. Nick Troutwine gets it over to Gavin Skelton. Skelton throws it in on net. Over here to the near circle, it comes. Halliday throws it on. Another stick save made by Burrian. 14:17 to go. A shot. First period, no score. Pressure by the Bears. They've had the better of it with the shots. In behind the goal line, the Tigers try to do something with it. Bobby Lindquist now throws it around to the near side. Cam Jensen flips it up into neutral ice. Picked up by Eveleth, Gilbert, Mesabi, Gavin Skelton. He'll flip it in. He'll head to the bench, and the Bears will make a change in this scoreless first period. 13:52 to go. Nice to have you along I didn't get down for my Nacho Delight. I got here early enough. Jim was down there, but I don't know if you're eating. If I'd have been sitting at that table, we'd have both been eating one of those, Jim. Easy for me to talk now with big money, you know. I'm retired from just about everything and was retired from this, but got asked today to help fill in for Mr. Steve Carlson. We have a scoreless first period, 13:33 to go in the first period. Now loading it up, real Troutwine. You could hear it hit off the end boards. Moving over for the Tigers, Dylan Cook. He pinched off it. The Bears controlling the action in this first period. Working there is Trenton Posernich outside the left circle. Dylan Cook will throw it ahead, trying to hook up with Jack Southard. Dropping back and beating him to the puck is Will Troutwine. Puck knocked around, held in, thrown in behind Andrew Terrell in the nets today. Between the blue lines they'll work. Picking it up for the Tigers was Dylan Prosser. Fires it on down. The puck will be dropped off there by Hunter Berrien, the goaltender for Princeton. Oh, nice, puts it on the stick of Southard. Southard going 2-on-3 here. The puck over to the right corner. Picking it up on the far side is Gage Johnson. Check that. I'm sorry, that's Nick Troutwine. Berrien throws it around the side. The territorial advantage in this thing early on has been Bears. Cole Kockelman can't control it in the JV game today. Late in the overtime, late in regulation, Princeton tied the game, and then they did win in overtime. Gage Johnson's going to face off against Tyler Danielson of Princeton outside the Golden Bear zone. Moving up ice is Nick Badette. Badette cuts in, shot, save made, rebound, loose in the slot, picked up there by Ray Anderson. Anderson wheels, puts it on the stick of Tyler Danielson, fired on down. Terrell will make the save for the Bears. Alex Haas throws it ahead, and it's picked off and thrown right back by Anderson. In between the blue lines, now we have Gage Johnson, or check that, Nick Troutwine outside the right circle. 11:51 to go in the first period. We have no score. The Golden Bears and Princeton. Shot put in from the left point, save made, it's loose in the slot, a rebound shot winding up and letting her go was the Golden Bears' Gage Johnson. Hey, got to say hi to some people over at Edgewood Vista. My mother-in-law, Agnes Mannanen, 100 years old. And Ray Santelli, he's a great guy to talk to. Baseball, any sport. Martin DeLuca, Bill Culbertson. I got those guys gopher hats there, Jimmy. So, man, they were wearing them to breakfast and lunch and cheering the Gophers on. First game I got them for them, then they lost to Iowa, so that didn't help. But they sure like them. Holding it in will be Bryce Kopp, but he's taken off, and Jack Southard will come up this way. Headmans it for Dylan Cook into the Golden Bear zone. The Bears have been doing a good job, though, of bottling them up. Here comes Will Troutwine. Troutwine, drop pass over to Cole Meyer. They're out near the left point. Picking up and carry on is Elliot Van Orsdo. Van Orsdo looks up, but walks right in. He looked out front from behind the goal line. Now it's sent the length of the ice, and we'll have an icing call. With 11:05 to go, first period action. Hope you're enjoying hockey. Look at the young guys over there. So with 11:05 to go, first period. Held in, Gavin Skelton there, pinches in. Bears will regroup here. Kopp drops it back to Troutwine. Score! Will Troutwine let her go. Not sure if it was tipped in the slot. We'll get a... But that one's going to come with 10:56 to go. First period. Sure enough, I looked down to pick up a number and shot. Here goes Troutwine's shot. Oh. And I think Troutwine will get it. I'm trying to see who was in the slot on it, but the Golden Bears will take the lead here. So we'll see if we can get it from 6 minutes in. Now their pressure's on. Picking up and heading out the other way is Tyler Danielson. Puts it on the stick of Kockelman. It's taken away, and here come the Bears. Here's Meyer. Meyer at the top of the right circle. Loses it, but out at center ice is Nick Badette. Sends it over here to Nick Troutwine in the front of our broadcast booth. 10:24 to go, first period. 1-0. Golden Bears of Eveleth, Gilbert, Mesabi East. They play catch with it. Here's Badette in behind Terrell. Bears will break out. Cross ice. Here's Van Orsdale. He's one of the leading scorers in the IRC. Bears come in 10-6. Stick handling. Oh, they tried to put it out front to Kopp. Now a shot taken. Oh, the save made. Handcuffed. The shot was taken by Nick Troutwine. Berrien made the save. Didn't really know where the puck was. Play whistled down. Maybe the official didn't know where the puck was, and they whistled her down, and that's it. See if Troutwine got the goal. There was a Eveleth Gilbert player in front of the net on that, but some things never change. It's just tough sometimes with the PA here to figure it out. Face off to the left of Berrien. You drop it back to Nick Troutwine. A shot put in, save made. Okay, Will Troutwine will get the goal. Okay, Bears are set up. We got the power play set up. Here's Nick Troutwine, throws it across. Skelton, shot, save, goalie's down, puck in behind the goal line, and now racing over will be Blake Smith of Princeton, but the Bears are just controlling play here while they got the power play going for another 121. Nick Troutwine to the circle, shot put in, it's loose in the slot. Getting hit was Nathan Tassoni. And with 9:07 to go in the first period, the Golden Bears have a 1-goal lead. Oh, a shot put in on Terrell. Oh, he got really run into on the far side. Back the other way comes Will Troutwine. Hey, stick handles out front. He was looking to hit Trenton Posernich. Jim, you got an official? It was, okay. Kopp did get the assist, and the time was 6:04. Thank you, Jim. So, teams are changing it up. 8:52 to go. First period, Van Orsdale out there. Try to check his line. We were kind of running around getting set up here. Cole Meyer and Bryce Kopp. Kopp got the assist. He sent it out to Will Troutwine on the goal, but that is the other person back at the point. Here's Will Troutwine. Now there's going to be a 5-on-3, a shot put wide. So, two are in the box. So, for 45 seconds, Eveleth Gilbert, Mesabi East will have the two-man advantage. So, we'll see if they can... and were they on the power play on the first goal? Yeah, we'll see. Face-off over here to the left of Berrien. Tuck in behind the goal line. Working in there is Kopp. Kopp sends it out here to Badette. Badette looks at Troutwine, gives it to him. One-timer hits off the shoulder of the goaltender. Berrien. Here's Van Orsdale. Back out to Badette. Badette looks to the circle. Another one-timer. Score! Troutwine from Badette. That comes what? 8:38 in. Power play hockey. Troutwine didn't miss on the second one-timer from Badette, so it's here comes a. There you go. But Badette set it over to the right circle, and Troutwine went top shelf to get that one. And that was a Troutwine from Badette. 2-0 Golden Bears. Let's see what we get from Matt Schoberg. Here comes Badette. Walks a shot! Oh, to save, and he barrels into the goaltender. Tell you right now, they're scoring faster than we can write them in the book. Boy, you got Badette coming down, barreling down, and he's going to get a penalty, so Eveleth Gilbert's going to be, well, they're going to be even up here for 1:15. So, well, now they got 2 in the box. So for Princeton, they're going to be 2 men short for 1:15 by what I can figure. And it's happening now, fast and furious, as we have 8:07 to go in the first period, 2-0. The Bears, Golden Bears, are leading Princeton. So it's going to be 5-on-3, Jim, for, they haven't posted the other, you know, I wish I could say we got the best of both worlds here in this booth. To the left, we can't see the Eveleth Gilbert scoring. And so I look to the south end of the arena, and I can't see the Princeton scoring. And it's because, and it's great, you know, the historic Hippodrome here has all kinds of banners that the teams have won as state champions, region champs over the years. So I'm not complaining about it at all, but I'm going to have a sore neck. Lucas Hultman fires it in behind Berrien. They'll work. Okay, wait, we got a cross check, and the Bears have it's 1 man advantage here for 55 seconds. Cooper Matson out there now for the Bears. Working behind Berrien. Nick Troutwine gets it up ahead to Cooper Matson. It's poked down in behind Berrien. It's fired off the inboard out, and it'll go the length of the ice. Terrell's going to drop it off there for Nick Troutwine. We have 7:18 to go in the first period. 2-0. Eveleth Gilbert, Mesabi East. Here's Nick Troutwine. Sends it over. A drop pass there. Doesn't hook up. He got it over to Posernich. Now it's put on in front of the goalie is Posernich. Oh boy, they're going at it in the goalie crease. Posernich getting the worst of it. Now a shot put in, save made. That shot taken by Will Troutwine from the left point. So play whistle down with 6:53 to go in the first period. And I'll have to get the saves also, the shots on goal. I think the Bears have shot 16 shots on net or on goal, and Princeton has 1. So that's pretty easy to see who's had the territorial and who's controlled it here in the first period. Bears control, shot put in, save made. That shot was taken by Gavin Skelton from the left point. Dylan Cook tries to head back the other way, but it's poked off his stick and fired back into the slot. They go. Trying to load it up is Alex Haas, and it's thrown on down by the Tigers. Goals here, 2 goals. First period. Troutwine from Kopp and Troutwine from Badette, right? And second one was a power play, and I think the first one was too, right, Jim? Boy, you can't hear now they got the music on. I don't know if you're supposed to have it all playing during the action, are you? Puck fired on down and thrown in as they go to between the blue lines. Moving up is Southard. He drops it, but the teammate he was trying to hit was Dalton Willie, and he was knocked down. Back the other way come the Bears. Alex Haas. Haas moves in, puts it into the slot. It's off a skate, and Berrien will cover up. It went off the skate of Dylan Prosser. Badette comes out of the box, as does there were matching penalties on the Bears and the Tigers, so they're both going to be full strength. 6:02 to go in our first period. The Golden Bears are leading Princeton. Here comes Princeton moving it up, putting a shot on net that Terrell made the save. That was Kockelman. Now he's out front. He can't load it up as Badet stick handles out into neutral ice. Badet at the left circle. Puck on down into the corner as he battles with Brody Lindquist. Swings over to the near boards. Nick Troutwine, shot put in the slot, knocked around. Back the other way comes Carver Huber. Carver Huber tied up at the Bears circle on this near side. 5:24 to go in the first period. 2-0. Another penalty coming up. So the teams are going to change it up. Nice to have you along here on Public Access Channel 12. I'm Mike Arrow. Nice to have you along. I got Jimmy Lane here and playing left end tonight. And who's getting the gate for the Bears? Jack Holliday. The face-off to the right of Andrew Terrell. Cook sends it across over there to Brody Lindquist for the Tigers. Southard shot, tipped wide over to the far corner. 2-0 Bears. First period, 5:04 to go. Princeton on the power play. They play catch at the blue line, but it gets knocked around. Boy, it was a good thing for the Brody Lindquist drop back because the Bears, Van Orsdale was breaking out. They'll send it on down. Back for the Tigers. Dylan Cook, he's having trouble with Van Orsdale. Brody Lindquist will try his hand, but gets it over to Cook. Cook skates up into neutral ice at the left point here. Kind of a blind spot for me up here in the booth when it goes in that near corner on the north end of the arena. 2-0. Will Troutwine has 2 goals. Kopp and Badet with the assist. Here comes Princeton. They're on the man advantage. Moving up is Dylan Cook. He stick handles right in on Terrell. Puck is loose. It's tipped wide of the mark. They'll look out here to the left point. And action there, thrown out front. Hammering at it was Kockelman. He couldn't control it, but Southard will. He moves in. Shot put through. Shot, and Terrell is down. Loading it up for Princeton was Cam Jensen. Now a one-timer is picked off in the slot and fired out, not out. Then it went. That was Will Troutwine. Bears are still short-handed. Shot put on down. Terrell will steer it into the left corner. Here comes Bryce Kopp. He has an assist today. Kopp stick handling, looks at Hunter Levander. Now Kopp will let everybody get on, and here they come. He's taken off, dropping back for Princeton. Dalton Willie sent up. Oh boy, a big check at the right point. That was Lucas Holtman. He's a big kid. He leveled that Princeton guy out at the right point. But from behind Terrell checks it out. Action between the blue lines. In behind the goal line they'll go now, behind Berrien. 2-0 Bears, 2:36 to go in our first period here at the Hippodrome. So, again, it's 6:04 to go in the first period. Will Troutwine from Bryce Kopp, and then 8:38 in power play. Troutwine again from Badet. To the right of Berrien, here's a shot taken off from the left point by Skelton. Tipped over into the far corner. 2:29 to go first period, 2-0. Golden Bears. Coming up ice, Ryan Mellon. Player knocked down there. It's going to get rough here. Cam Jensen, yeah. Jensen out there with the Golden Bears, Gavin Skelton. Skelton kid was quite a running back for the football team over at Mesabi East this year. As was Cole Meyer, who's out there skating for Eveleth Gilbert, Mesabi East. Man, how are we going to say that in the next few years? When Virginia, and so Virginia, Mountain Iron, Buell is going to pair up with Eveleth, Gilbert, Mesabi East. I'll have to ask somebody who knows more than me about the whole setup. 2:11 to go. Shot put in from outside the blue line by Ryan Meelan. Terrell made the save. They'll battle outside the far circle there in the Golden Bear end. Held in here by Cade Pazdernik. Tipped back to the point, held in by Lindquist. Throws it over in the right corner to Pazdernik. As Princeton able to control it back the other way. But they'll regroup. The shots now are 16-9. Princeton getting a little more pressure. We got a penalty coming up. Bears are going to go on the power play again. Posernich was tripped. Official will come, Mr. Jason Strukel, come over and make the call. Oh, a hook. Okay, calls a hook, and it's on the Tigers, Brennan Berglund. So we have 1:33 to go in our first period. Eveleth Gilbert 2-0 over Princeton. Here we'll check Badette, the lineup. Badette, Van Orsdale, Will Troutwine, Cole Meyer. Here comes Kopp. Kopp shot and a save made, goes off on the end board. Kopp will send it to Badette near side. They look in. Van Orsdale, Badette shot, got all the way through into the goalie, and he made a kick save. They'll regroup again. Bears on the power play with a 2-0 lead. Minute to go. Moving in. Shot. Oh, and he hit the shoulder. Badette hit the goaltender. We got a minute to go in the period. Here's Will Troutwine. He throws it toward the slot, tipped over into the far corner. Bryce Kopp to Badette. Nick Badette. And now he moves in from the left side shot taken wide. Will Troutwine bangs it off the near boards and in behind Barry, and they'll go. 37 seconds to go. First period, 2-0 Golden Bears. Will Troutwine with a couple goals. Now the Bears can't hold it in. 28 seconds to go. Terrell will throw it up to Badette, and here they come. Will Troutwine tips it to Badette. Here's Van Orsdale. Van Orsdale moves in. Still in there. She scores! Van Orsdale walked right in as the buzzer goes. With 16:45 in, if my math is right. Van Orsdale. Power play. Golden Bears leading. Well, we'll face it off. 3-0 lead for Eveleth Gilbert, Mesabi East. Elliot Van Orsdale. He's quite a... So 3-0. I think, did the goalie get an assist on that? I think they gave Terrell an assist. That's okay, we can figure it out. Nice to have you along today, Public Access. Afternoon hockey, Saturday afternoon, cold, clear day. Moving in, a shot taken, put wide by Levander. Into the left corner, they go 2 seconds, 1 second, it's over. First period's history at the end of one. Eveleth Gilbert, Mesabi East leading Princeton 3-0. We'll be back with second period action. Okay, we're about ready for second period action. In case you're just joining us, we're at the Hippodrome on this Saturday afternoon. I'm Mike Arrow. Nice to have you along. Hugo Mariucci is our producer. Mark is our left cameraman on the left end, and Donnie Mariucci holding down the right end. Want to say hello. I told people over at Edgewood I'd say hi. Ray Santelli, he is related to Corey. Martin DeLuca, Bill Culbertson, and then my mother-in-law, Agnes Manninen. She hit the century mark in September, so she's over there too. So I always like visiting with those people. She's a relation, and the other guys are friends. So, okay, 3-0. Jimmy, we're even up. Ready to start the second period, I guess. So, underway. Princeton, in case you're just joining us, Princeton in the black with white numerals and orange trim. Hunter Berrien is in the goals in the nets for Princeton. In case you're just joining us, Will Troutwine has a couple goals, and Elliot Van Orsdale has a goal for the Golden Bears. So they're going to be down in the end to our left. Moving in, but that shot's off traffic, loose. Oh, fanning on it was Alex Haas. He was right on Berrien. Here's Nick Troutwine, throws it in behind. They'll battle to the right of Berrien. The puck swings over to the far end. Hunter Levander with it and throws it around as they'll work on this near side. And Badette holds it in. Badette's shot whistled wide, comes over to the near circle. 3-0 just underway here in our second period. Nice to have you along on Public Access Channel 12 and at Access 12 TV on the internet on YouTube. You can pick us up. So in the nets, in case you join us, Andrew Terrell is a goaltender for Eveleth Gilbert. Andrew's a junior. Again, Will Troutwine has one even strength goal, a power play goal, and Van Orsdale has a goal, power play. And the assist on his goal late in the first period was to Andrew Terrell. The Bears playing catch out near the blue line, and it's tipped around and out into neutral ice. Will Troutwine grabs it and throws it back down toward the right corner. In behind Berrien, they'll work. Here at the left point is Will Troutwine. They'll battle outside the left circle. Cole Meyer moves in there, number 7 for the Bears. Also in there, Van Orsdale. Bears keeping it deep with 3-0 lead and 15-15 to go in the first period. Shot put in, you could hear it hit wide off the end board. Will Troutwine pinches in, taking off the puck. Princeton clears, not out. Finally picking it up and throwing it out will be Cole Kockelman. Puck put in on Hunter Berrien. Not sure what the Golden Bears schedule is. I wish I could say I had everything at my fingertips. The only thing I didn't get was the Nacho and Nacho Delight here at the hip. Didn't get here quite early enough. Face off to the left of Hunter Berrien. They'll work there. That was the Golden Bears' Jack Holliday. Over to the right circle. They'll try to spread it out. Puck taken out, but thrown right back by the Golden Bears' Tommy Schlottick. Schlottick with it. Over on his right is Holliday. His shot, save made. Schlottick walked right in. Tommy walked in from this left circle and put a shot in on Hunter Berrien. Berrien is a senior goaltender. Tigers are coached by Darren Lobbs. Assisted Nathan Kane, Scott Fritz, Travis Leonard, and Ken Humbre. Puck is swung around to the far point. Nick Troutwine. Boy, right now I'd look at the penalty box to see if the Bears were, or if Princeton was shorthanded. Right now they're just controlling it in. Eveleth Gilbert Mesabi East. Tigers having trouble. They'll throw it out to this near point Dylan Cook. Cook cuts to the slot. Taken off. Nick Troutwine back the other way. Nick Troutwine throws it ahead toward Jack Holliday. It goes on down into the corner near side. They'll work the circle. Picked up by Southard to Dalton Willie. He's taken off. Nick Troutwine to Badette. Badette looks ahead toward Holiday. He tips it at the blue line, but back the other way come the Tigers. Dylan Cook. Cook over here to Southard. Back toward Cook. Picked off. Ooh, put wide off the end board. Tigers can't hold it in. We have 13:35 to go in second period. 3-0 Eveleth Gilbert. And in offside on the far side. Bears were, 10-6-1 coming in. So, man, they're getting down to about 9 games. We're into January. Days are getting longer. Jason Strukel's coming over and reporting something. And now they're going to face it. Just move it across to the far side. The Golden Bears, Brandon Lind against Danielson of Princeton. They try to hit Potrnich. Goes on down too far. We'll bring it back and with the face-off. Bring it and face it off to in the right circle. Andrew Terrell in the nets.
Still no shots on goal.
No shots for Princeton. They've just been having a tough time in this. Brody Lindquist. 3-0, a long one. Oh, put a nice pass to Cooper Matson. Matson tries to hit the middle. Brandon Lynn can't, but here comes Badette. We've got play whistle down. We're going to have a penalty here. We're going to have interference? Interference with 13:06 to go in the second. Princeton is going to be on the power play. Getting the gate will be Cooper Matson for the Golden Bears. So we'll set up the Golden Bears for you. Looks like Will Troutwine, Nick Badette, Elliot Van Orsdale. Trying to pick up the last guy for Eveleth Gilbert. And it'll be Hunter Lavander. For Princeton, it'll be Dylan Cook, Cole Kockelman, Jack Southard, Cam Jensen, and we'll try to get that last one. Brody Lindquist. So you're all set. Princeton in there black with the white numerals, orange trim. They're the Tigers. They're going from our left to right. Puck held in by Cook at the right point. Swatted out, but not all the way out. Will Troutwine, nice pass ahead. Here comes, they call him offside, Van Orsdale. Thought they had something going there. 12:53 to go. Second period. 3-0. Golden Bears. Will Troutwine with a couple goals, as does Elliot Van Orsdale. Has a goal for the Golden Bears. Outscored late in the first period. In the first period, saves. Andrew Terrell had 9. Burrion had 17 saves. Here come the Tigers. A shot whistled wide by Cole Kockelman. And it's pounded back the other way by Eveleth Gilbert. 12:30 to go in the period. I can't see the time left to our left on the... I got to do like the old days there. You figure out the math before they go, as they go into the power play. To the right circle, the Tigers setting up there still. They with a man advantage. Tigers man advantage, but trailing 3-0 as we played 5 minutes in our second period. Kockelman throws it out front. Here's Badette. He picks it off to Will Troutwine. Long one ahead looking for Van Orsdale. They'll swing it to this near side. In off the end boards they'll work. Back come the Tigers. Dylan Cook, shot wide. Looking to hold it in is Lindquist. He does on the near side. Now what do we got? We got a penalty coming up. It looks like Cole Meyer is going to get the gate. So the Bears are going to be a couple players short here. It's going to be a 5-on-3. What do you get him for, a trip? We'll see. 11:36 remaining in our second period. 3-0. Eveleth Gilbert, Mesabi East. Will Troutwine, Bryce Kopp, and Gage Johnson out there. cross-checking. Leland throws it, tries to hit Pazdernik. They'll have to regroup as the puck came out of the zone. 3-0. Eveleth Gilbert leading. Shorthanded here. 5-on-3, moving it over, a shot taken, hits high off the plexiglass. Now the Bears are one player short. They'll battle, and holding it in at the point was, well, no, he didn't hold it in. Tyler Danielson not able to. 19 saves are 19-9. Berrien has 19 saves. Nick Troutwine up in the neutral ice at the Tiger blue line, going 1 against 4 there. It's tipped off his stick, now it rings over to the far side. Alex Haas has trouble and is taken by the Tigers out. Tipped by Jensen, but fired back by Nick Troutwine. 10:29 to go. Second period. Bears with a 3-0 lead. Southard at the Golden Bear blue line. The Tigers will get set. They have a one-man advantage right now. Out to the high slot. Its shot was taken but knocked out by Bryce Kopp. That was Brody Lindquist for the Tigers. Berrien throws it over to the far side to Lindquist. And out come the Tigers, trailing 3-0 here. Moving in the left circle is Cook. Cook circles, tries to throw it out front, goes on through to the point far side. Shot in from there by Smith, but picked off, and the Bears come. Kopp goes down as he entered the Tigers zone. Now we're both teams at full strength. Meyer back onto the ice. Picked off here, moving in is Haas. Haas puts it in toward the slot. It's picked off, and here they come the other way. Brody Lindquist. Kockelman couldn't control at the Golden Bear zone, at the blue line. Still 3-0. That's how we started our second period. And that's what it is right now. Trying to check some new players. Tommy Schlottick is in there right now with Jack Holliday and Gavin Skelton. Face-off in the Golden Bear zone. In the nets for the Golden Bears today, Andrew Terrell. Held in far side by Holliday. Holliday looks to throw it ahead. He was looking to hit Nathan Tassoni, picked off by the Tigers. Back the other way comes Tommy Schlottick. Schlottick, right circle. Schlottick stick handles in. Can't control. It's flipped out toward neutral house by Brennan Berglund. Will Troutwine grabs it. He's got 2 goals this afternoon for Eveleth Gilbert, Mesabi East. Trying to move in with Schlottick. He's taken off. Back the other way come the Tigers. Cade Pazdernik. Will Troutwine puts the long one on the stick of Holliday. Down in the right corner there. To the right of Berrien, not much action getting into toward the goaltender. Moving in is Skelton, Gavin Skelton. Halliday can't get control of it. It's flipped out by the Princeton Tigers. Play whistle dead. 7:59 to go in our second period. 3-0. Golden Bears. Keep it tuned to your public access channel 12 and the cable public access channel 12 from Chisholm to White Lakes. Shot put in, stick save made by Berrien. Bears looking to add to this 3-0 lead. Hunter Levander pokes it toward the end board. It'll ring to the near circle. 7:38 to go in our second period. It's flipped out toward, so here's Lucas Hultman. Hultman going against Carver Huber. They battle at the point in the Golden Bear zone. Ryan Meelan sends it out toward neutral ice. It's pounded back by Alex Haas. Brings over to the near circle. Hunter Levander working in there. He goes down. Puck in behind the goal line in the Princeton end. 7 minutes remaining in our second period. 3-0. Eveleth Gilbert Mesabi East with the lead. They led heading in. Here's Nick Troutwine. Puts it toward the net. Tipped wide. Now it's pounded from the right circle. Not much of an angle on that one. Here's Badette. Badette flips it toward the slot. It's loose there, but poked to the far boards and hammered out by Carver Huber of the Princeton Tigers. 6:40 to go. Nice to have you along here on Public Access Channel 12 and on the internet, Access 12 TV. So if you're watching on cable and you know somebody that might be able to get it on the internet, call them up, let them know. Trenton Posernich out there with Brandon Lynn. Now they throw him out of the circle. Brandon Lynn and Cooper Matson. Bears control. Send it over toward Will Trotwine. That was Badette. Nick Badette setting it to him. In behind Berrien they'll go with 6.5 minutes to go. Second period, 3-0 Bears. They'll come up the near side. Moving out is Dylan Cook. It's flipped. The bouncing puck will be swept over into that far corner by Andrew Terrell. Left circle they'll work. Picking it up will be Southard. Now it's thrown and sent wide. That shot taken by Dylan Cook. Outside the near circle. They'll work there, back the other way. Here come the Bears. Posernich loses it. Southard to Cook. Into the right corner with 5:49 to go. Moving in, a shot over the net by Jack Southard. It's thrown through the slot by the Tigers. Now we've got a penalty coming up. Or do we? Well, Mr. Strukel's going to come tell us. Well, he's going to get Badette. Badette's trying to plead his case there as he heads to the box. What, roughing? So Princeton will have the man advantage. 5:37 remaining in our second period. 3 first period goals, 2 by Will Troutwine and 1 by Elliot Van Orsdale. So the Tigers on the man advantage. He'll get it here. A shot put in toward Terrell. Rebound won't go. Shot was taken by Mellon and the rebound not to go by Willie. Put in wide. Oh, yeah. Terrell holds it. And it's fired out by Gavin Skelton. Skelton, Van Orsdale, Kopp, and Will Troutwine on the penalty kill. Here's Bryce Kopp. He has an assist today. Van Orsdale just plays catch with Troutwine. As we have under 5 minutes to go in our second period, the Bears with a 3-0 lead. Scoreless second period. Moving is Southard. Looks out front. Stick handle shot. Hits off traffic to the right corner. Dylan Cook with it for the Princeton Tigers. Looks out front. Throws it to the high slot to Lindquist. He gets it over to Southard. The right circle they'll work. 4:29 to go. Bears doing a good job on the penalty kill. Here comes Bryce Kopp. Kopp has it taken by Lindquist, but he'll get it back. Out front is Van Orsdale. Now he'll go get the puck. Van Orsdale. Stick handling over here to the near corner, back to the point, but gets on through, tipped out. Nick Troutwine. 3-0 Golden Bear lead here. Pass picked off by Dylan Cook. Bears are short-handed, but Princeton not able to get much going. They flip it toward the slot, but Kockelman not able to get a stick on it. 3:39 to go. Shot put in. Oh, rebound shot. He score! Shot taken by Kockelman. The rebound came over right to, I think that was Cam Jensen. Just got it underneath the crossbar. We'll see. Okay. Power play goal, though. It might have been Jensen from Kockelman, but we'll see. The rebound came right to the kid on this near side, and he went high. 3-1. The Golden Bears with the lead. They'll work to the behind the goal line. Trying to throw it out front was Nathan Tassoni. Outlet pass sent across here to Mainland. Trying to catch up with us. Blake Smith not able to. They'll face it off at 3:04. Yep, Jensen did get it. I don't know, I couldn't get the second assist. Okay, so it was Dylan Cook from Southard. Okay. So we got it. Face-off is going to come to the right of Berrien. Held in, but not for long, and now it's flipped back in by Badette. 2:56 to go. To this afternoon, the Eveleth Gilbert boys basketball team was heading down to Cotton to take on Lakeview Christian. Girls hockey team wins last night. And the boys are playing this afternoon here. They had a victory over Hibbing earlier this week. We have 2:46 to go. Second period. Moving in, a shot, save. Shot and a save made. The shot taken by Southard. Here comes Nick Badette, and they trapped the Golden Bear coaching staff. Doesn't agree. Well, they trapped somebody on the far side. Boy, right in front of the Golden Bears bench. You can see Coach Terrell kind of shaking his head over there. That was too far for me to see. He had it right in front of him, though. 2:33 to go in our second period. 3-1. The Golden Bears leading. The Princeton Tigers. Brody Lindquist tries to come up the near side. Puck comes on out and fired right back in by Nick Troutwine. Berrien will swing it into the near side. They're in behind Berrien. Shot put in, tipped wide. Shot was taken by Blake Smith. Back the other way, here we go. Huber has it taken away. Gage Johnson throws it across, trying to hook up with Alex Haas. We have 1:49 to go in second period, 3-1. Eveleth Gilbert Mesabi East. Only scoring in his second period was Jack Southard from Dylan Cook. No, Cook from Southard. That came 13:23 in power play. Oh, wait a minute. Now I got to recheck mine. I think my first call was Cam Jensen, which it would have been. Jensen from, okay, 16 from Cook and Southard. Okay. Yeah, I had Jensen scoring, and then we can go back to the tape to prove it, like the Nixon tapes. See if I'm guilty or not. We have less than a minute and a half to go. Second period. The Bears just kind of been not sleepwalking, but it's 3-1. They were up 3-0 in the first period. Meyer down into the left side. Meyer throws it out front, nobody home, picked off Moving up ice for the Tigers, Cole Kockelman. Kockelman tries to split him. He has a poke checked away by Nick Troutwine. Picked up and a shot put wide by Ray Anderson. Here come the Bears. Nick Troutwine, he's got Kopp ahead of him. Now he moves in, a shot wide. There's a rebound, shot, score! Nick Troutwine will get the goal. Troutwine fired, it came off the end board and he pounded in a rebound. There's the first shot. Comes off funny off the end board, right back to Troutwine, and he gets a goal. I got that at 16 minutes and 10 seconds in. 4-1, Golden Bears. 47 seconds to go. And they'll work between the blue lines. Here comes Posernich, threw it ahead, trying to hook up with Cooper Matson. They must have given an assist on that. No, that's what Troutwine took the shot. He threw it right back to himself. So came off the end board, as you could see on the highlight. 4-1, 28.4 seconds to go. Second period, so they've each scored one here. So the difference is the 3 goals that Eveleth Gilbert got in that first period. Will Troutwine, and Van Orsdale. Another penalty coming up. 12 seconds to go. Shot put toward the slot, and it's touched, and we'll have a penalty called here. Will Troutwine's kind of explaining something or asking the official. They're going to get, Brandon Lind is going to get the gate. Brandon Lind. So for the Bears, it'll be Van Orsdale, Kopp, Will Troutwine, and Nick Bodette. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and the second period's going to end. 4-1 Golden Bears. We'll come back and recap this second period. Start the third period shortly. Well, we're going to start the third period here. 17 minutes on the clock. Bears up 4-1. And let's see. Shots on goal. Princeton has had 14. Andrew Terrell has had 13 saves. Bears have had 26 shots on goal. Hunter Berrien has made 22 saves. So, the Bears had a 3-0 lead after the first period. Will Troutwine scored 2 goals. Elliot Van Orsdale gave them that 3-0 lead. And then they exchanged goals in the second period. The second period goal, Cam Jensen from Cook. Let's see, Cam Jensen from Dylan Cook and Jack Southard. And then Nick Troutwine, unassisted, 16-10 in. So, North Dakota State, the Bison, they avenged a 2016 championship game loss and beat James Madison 28-20 to win another FCS title. Boy, what a program over there, North Dakota. Thank you, Jim. Jimmy Lane up here along today. And maybe in about, I'll throw a headset on you so you can talk so people won't think I'm just making that up. So, we're both teams are, wait, Princeton on the power play to start this third period, trailing 4-1. They've got the puck picked off. Back the other way. Here comes Van Orsdal. He has a goal of the game. Earlier in the game, that one goes wide. The goalie's down. How did he? Did the puck come right back to him and he covered it up? So the Bears on a breakout and Elliot Van Orsdal took off and play whistled down and will face it off in the left circle in the Princeton Tiger end. 4-1 Bears. Just underway in our third period. Nick Badette with Nick Troutwine. He has an unassisted, he has a goal. Cole Kopp, Van Orsdal, Nick Troutwine, and Nick Badette out there, a penalty kill. Here the shot taken by Kockelman. It's off traffic and up and out of play. So, we've got some kind of split the pot. And I didn't hear who won. Well, I heard who won, but I didn't buy a ticket. Long shot put down. Berrien will make a save. Throws it to the near side to Kockelman. He has it taken away by Kopp. Bears will regroup. They're short-handed here in our third period. Dylan Cook up to Lindquist. Left point, they'll play catch there. It's put across into the slot. Loading it up was Lindquist, but Nick Troutwine tied him up enough. Cook over to Smith, shot, rebound over behind the goal line. Nick Troutwine will send it out. 15-19 to go in our third period. 4-1 Eveleth Gilbert, Mesabi East. Jack Southard, he has an assist tonight. Cook has an assist. He wheels. Shot taken, now it's out front. The goalie's out of there. Oh, it hits the defender, and now the puck down, and it's all breaking loose. So, officials will sort that out. You can see the goaltender was out of the picture, and I don't know who was standing. Now the official getting everything explained. This is the point where I want to say hello again, because I keep saying it because they might be watching the Vikings by now. Will Troutwine's going to get it. He was standing in the net there in the crease. But anyway, let's say hi to some people over at Edgewood Vista today. We got Agnes Mannanen is over there. She's my mother-in-law. And she's got friends Martin DeLuca, Ray Santelli, Billy Culbertson. Oh, and Paula Buffetta is over there too, a neighbor. So, Jim, what did they straighten out? They're going to match up something here. 2 minutes for Troutwine Will, and 2 minutes for the Tigers, Cole Kockelman. So they're coincidental, right? No, they're each going to be a... Okay. (4-1) Eveleth Gilbert, Mesabi East with the lead. Nick Troutwine gets it ahead to Gavin Skelton. Tigers and Golden Bears on this sunny, cold Saturday afternoon. Shot put in. Terrell will make the save. Shot taken by Huber. Terrell will steer another one in behind the goal line. To the far side, Skelton coming up ice. They get it to neutral ice. Moving up is Tommy Schlottick. He stick handles right in. Shot and a save. Goalie wasn't sure where it was, but nice move by Schlottick. And the goalie made the save. Icing is waved off. Nick Troutwine, he has an unassisted goal tonight, or this afternoon. He'll bring it on up ice. Troutwine throws it toward the right corner, giving chase Gage Johnson. They'll battle outside the circle near side. 13:51. Third period, thrown into the slot. Now action whistled down. Another penalty. 4-1 Eveleth Gilbert. And now Dalton will get the gate. So they're going to come and officiate. The official, Jason Strukel, is giving the instructions. Unsportsmanlike for 2 minutes. I think I'm reading lips on this one. So 13:48 remains in our third period. Puck up into the end, boy. On that far end, with the maroon jacket and the gold hat, you can see Mr. and Mrs. Dave Pike behind the goal, the net down there. It looks like they're drinking some hot chocolate, maybe. Bears control, shot put in by Badette, comes over to the near circle. Nick Troutwine pinches in. They do hold it in. Badette throws it across. The shot, he scored! That's Bryce Kopp! Badette threw it across the cup. Let's see, 3 minutes and 29 seconds in. Kopp from Badette, that's what I got, but we'll see. So it's 5-1. Bears had the man advantage. Now they'll both be short. I think it was Kopp from Badette, but we'll see. They're straightening, resetting the goal down there. So we're going to have the Bears, Gage Johnson facing off against Dalton Willie. Bears control, Skelton over to Nick Troutwine. Back to Skelton. So that was a power play. The race is on. Gage Johnson gets there, looks out front toward Hunter Levander. Behind the goal line they'll go. Dalton Willie sends it up ice. Picked off a neutral ice. Trying to throw it across was Cook, who was looking to hit Anderson but couldn't. In the Tigers and the Princeton Tigers making their way up this Saturday afternoon. Gavin Skelton. Skelton tries to hit Haas. It's off a stick over to outside the far circle. 12:36 to go in our third period. 5-1 Golden Bears. So teams are making change. Berrien gets it over to Dylan Prosser. Throws it up to Dylan Cook. To Southard, he has an assist. Fires it high off the plexiglass behind Andrew Terrell in the nets today. And a pass hit a player heading off the ice. 12:07 to go in the third. 5-1 Golden Bears. Goal getters for Eveleth Gilbert. Will Troutwine with 2. Van Orsdale with a goal. Nick Troutwine with a goal. Bryce Kopp with a goal. And Princeton's goal was scored by Cam Jensen from Dylan Cook and Jack Southard. Faceoff will come outside the Princeton zone. They'll work outside the circle. Now it's thrown in behind Berrien. Baudet holds it in. It's picked off. In the slot, out come the Tigers. Oh, and we got some action between the blue lines as the Bears have a 5-1 lead here with 11:43 to go. Nick Baudet skates in, gets it back, puts it out on the stick of Cooper Matson. Matson looks to the top, high slot, shot by Holtman, hits traffic, and now the rebound save is made by Hunter Berrien. Man, a 22 is a pretty big kid for Princeton. Cole Kockelman. And they'll change it up with 11:31 to go. Nice to have you along on Access 12 and Facebook, Internet. Shot taken by Jack Holliday. Over now into the corner. Far in, Tommy Schlottick working off the end board there. Feeds it back to Will Troutwine. He has 2 tonight. It's shot put in toward, looking toward Halliday, but it's knocked off. Traffic and out back the other way they come. Will Troutwine wheels. Throws it out into neutral ice. It's pounded ahead toward the Tigers. Dalton Willie moves in. Shot taken off the end board. Shot to score! That one caught me off guard. We got to look at it. Saw the first shot. They were in the kind of my blind spot. Next thing I know, the puck's going in the net. So we'll see what we got. As it's now 5-2. 6 minutes and 3 seconds in. Here's the shot. Now they throw it. What did it hit the goaltender in? He had no angle at all. Okay, they're going to give it to Dalton Willie. Another one! Oh boy, the rebound! Bears come back with immediate pressure. Now it's thrown across here by Dylan Cook. Picked off though. Here's Nick Troutwine. Troutwine with Meyer trailing. Rebound there to be taken a shot at, but Meyer fanned on it. He was following up Nick Troutwine. Puck outside the far circle. It's put toward the slot. Got all the way through. Save made by Berrien with 10 minutes to go. Nearing 10 minutes to go. 5-2. Here's a shot put wide by Gavin Skelton from this near point. They'll go to the far corner working. Dylan Cook can't control. Here comes Kopp. Kopp moves in. Oh, walked right in. A nice move. He split the defense and got in on Berrien, but he stood his ground, made the save. We got a penalty coming up. And with 9:43 to go in our third period. So, Jim, did they give that goal to number 17?
Yes, they did. They gave him the goal unassisted.
Okay. That one came from... okay, yeah, I didn't saw no angle at all. So we'll get reset. Jimmy, you don't want to warm your ears up. You can put your headset on. Okay. Quick nose better than maybe. So, back to action with 9:40 to go. Third period, 5-2 Golden Bears. Nick Troutwine's out there with Jack Holliday, Nathan Tassoni, Tommy Schlottick, and Lucas Holtman. Puck is flipped all the way down on net. Terrell will make the save, and he drops it off there for Gavin Skelton. No, that was Nick Troutwine, I'm sorry. Troutwine will get it back. Skates up, Holliday on his left. He can't control it out at the left point. Now get it back. We've got 8:57 to go in the third, 5-2. Eveleth, Gilbert, Mesabi East. They'll send it over here to Holtman. Holtman backhands it toward the right circle. Bears set up on his power play. Schlottick to Troutwine. Shot. Save made. Rebound swept over here to the right circle, near circle. 8:37 to go. Here's Nick Troutwine. He sends it across. Shot by Holtman. Save made by Berrien. Bears controlling here. They have a 5-2 lead with 8:24 to go in the third. Here's Schlottick. Schlottick across. Shot taken by Holtman. Save made. Puck all the way out to neutral ice. Nick Troutwine will grab it, and he throws it up to the near side to Tommy Schlottick. Schlottick into the high slot. Drops it for Will Troutwine. Shot taken. Save made by Berrien. Bears control the outlet. It's thrown in toward the slot. Picked off. Cleared by the Tigers. Brody Lindquist. Nick Badette. Badette stops. Right circle. Point. Sends it across. Will Troutwine fires it. You could hear it hit off the end boards. He'll one time another one right on net. So play whistle down. 7:41. I've been reminded about my friends over at Edgewood Vista. Paulo Buffetta, Ray Santelli, Martin DeLuca, Bill Culbertson, and my mother-in-law, Agnes Manninen. They may, I hate to say it, they may have gone to the Viking game about now. In behind the goal line, no work. 5-2, we have 7:30 to go in the third. 5-2, Eveleth, Gilbert, Mesabi East. Into the right corner they'll go. Outside the circle, same side. Flipped out by the Bears. The race is on. Moving up is Pasernich. He's beaten to the puck by Anderson of Princeton. Bears will control. They're full strength. Here's Will Troutwine's shot. Knocked over into the far corner. Now it swings over near side. Cooper Matson stick handle. Throws it out front. Not able to load it up is Pasernich. Here's Will Troutwine. A shot put in. Boy, he's accurate. He lets that thing go. Quick shot. Will Troutwine has 2 goals tonight. 1 on the power play. Boy, he gets it off, and he's usually on target. What grade is Will now? I'm dating myself. He's been around forever. He's a senior now. Will Troutwine. Bears control. Haas chases behind the end line. 6:42 to go. Here's Gabe Johnson. Wheels. Lifts it up. Knocked out. Trying to steer it in was Haas, who was in the slot. Haas working off the end board. They get it out front. Trying to load it up is Gage Johnson. Can't. Stick handles. Puts it in toward the net. It's off a stick off the end board. 5-2 Golden Bears. 6:19 to go in our third period. Nice to have you along on this Saturday afternoon. Whether it's Access 12 or the internet. Shot put in off traffic. That was Gavin Skelton stick handling till he took the shot. Bears have got an little extra giddy up right now. They're beating the Tigers to a lot of the pucks. Here goes Johnson. Check that. Alex Haas, I'm sorry. Puck off the end board there. Hunter Levander. They look out toward the point, but instead sends it to Haas. They'll send it out to the left point. Not able to control it was Nick Troutwine. 5:34 to go. Third period. 5-2. Golden Bears. They've led throughout this one. It was 3-0 after 1. Now moving up is Pazernik. Shot put wide. Bears try to come out. Pounded back there by Kockelman. Picked up by Eveleth, Gilbert, Mesabi East. Here's Van Orsdal. He has a goal today. Van Orsdal moves in. Shot! And goes on through to the far circle. Under 5 minutes to go in our third period. Eveleth, Gilbert, Mesabi East with a 5-2 lead. Here comes Will Troutwine. Taking off the puck on the far boards, but gets it back. Troutwine with 2. Boy, another quick shot. He loads that thing up and it's usually on the net. 4:41 to go. Shots on goal, 44 for the Bears, 20 for Princeton. Saves made, 39 for Berrien. And 18, I think, for Andrew Terrell. We'll check the Bears for you. Bryce Kopp, Cole Meyer, Elliot Van Orsdale back at the point, Lucas Hultman, and Will Troutwine. They send it across. Meyer's shot, save made by Berrien. Rebound comes to the circle, picked up though and taken by Dylan Cook. Cook has it poke checked away, comes over, puck comes toward our broadcast booth. Carrying on is Southard. Sends it across to Cook. He's battling with Hultman there. Now they'll go in behind the goal line. Hultman picks it up, sends it, puts it on the stick of Bryce Kopp. Kopp moves in. And taken off into the end boards by Ryan Meelan. Outside the left circle they'll go. We got under 4 minutes to go. Now we got a hold. Who are they going to tag on this one? Well, the Bears are going to go on the power play. Ryan Meelan is pleading his case, but Mr. Strukel's not going to switch it up. Okay, there. Now what do we got? They tagged the wrong guy? No. He's going to get the gate. Okay. So what is it going to be, a 5-on-3? Well, boy, Mr. Strukel is pretty animated on what he's explaining to the bench or the officials. They're going to be too short. No, they're not. Is there a? Yep, we're going to help me out here, Jim. We're going to be a 5-on-3. He's over explaining to the, well, you can see on our screen that talking to the coaching staff of Princeton. Let's see if we can pick it up. We have 3:59 to go in our third period, and Eveleth, Gilbert, Mesabi East up 5-2. And if you're not quite sure, don't feel bad. We're fairly close, but we could just well be 100 yards away. Van Orsdale, Meyer, Kopp, and Will Troutwine. Got one more there too, but we're trying to figure it out. Oh, it's Badette. Okay. So it's Bears have a one-man advantage. 3:42 to go in the third. 5-2. Eveleth, Gilbert, Mesabi. Badette across the. One-timer again by Troutwine. That was right in on net too. That's how Troutwine scored his power play goal. He one-times that thing and it's right on. Van Orsdale trying to stick handle around the defender, could not. Here's Cole Meyer, shot. No! He made the save and it bounced off the top of the goal. They'll try to feed Troutwine again at the right circle. Can't, but the Bears control. Nick Badette over here to Will Troutwine. And it's taken away and cleared by the Tigers' Blake Smith. Under 3 minutes to go, third period. 5-2, Golden Bears. Brandon Lind drops it off over to Trenton Posernich. Here's Will Troutwine. He lets it go. It's steered on net. Oh, trying to load it up was Brandon Lind, he had the puck to the left of Hunter Burrian, but he went off his skate. He tried to load it up and did. Bears make a few changes here. Nick Troutwine back out at the point along with Lucas Hultman. Pasernich and Brandon Lind. And it's fired down by the Tigers. Under 2.5 minutes to go. As we go on through, we'll recap some of the scoring on the fly and send you out of here. The Saturday afternoon hockey at the Hippodrome. Here's Nick Troutwine. He has an unassisted goal. Troutwine looks back at Matson, sends it across instead to Hultman. Hultman stick handling as we hit 2-minute mark. Nick Troutwine to Cooper Matson, and 2 minutes remain in our hockey game. So the faceoff will take place outside of the Princeton Tigers end. 5-2, Golden Bears. And what are they going to move? Brandon Lind's out there. To Nick Troutwine. Rowdy Lindquist throws it out towards center ice. Dropping back will be Troutwine. 1:48 remains. 5-2. Third period score. 5-2 Golden Bears. Cooper Matson at the right circle, down into the corner, same side. Now they throw it out front. Not able to load it up as Pasernich. He'll pick it up though behind the goal line. Looks out. Now at the circle, drop pass for Hultman, shot off traffic. They'll work for it. It's picked up by Brandon Lind. Lind looks out front. Now to the left point to Hultman, ships it across to Nick Troutwine. It's off a skate, off the end board wide. Over for Princeton, Brennan Berglund. He can't control it. Bears will pick it up. Cooper Matson sends it across. Nick Troutwine, shot, he score! Nick Troutwine from Pasernich. So that one comes 16 minutes and 1 second in. And we'll see. Fired it, went top shelf. So did Lynn get, let's see, Jim, I got twisted up on. I called it, now I can't remember, it was so long ago, about 8 seconds ago. We got 50 seconds, 6-2 Bears. Shot put high off the plexiglass by Blake Smith. Okay, Nick Troutwine. Here we come back the other way. Here comes Smith, walks in. I got Nick Troutwine with the second goal. His second. Yeah. So, Will Troutwine has 2. I got Nick Troutwine with 2. And now it's 6-2. Van Orsdale and with the other ones. And that's going to be it. The Golden Bears will come out with a 6-2 victory over Princeton. We're going to have, let's see, okay, trying to recap some scoring here. 6:04 into the first period. Will Troutwine from Bryce Kopp put the Bears up 1-0. 8:38 in a power play goal. Troutwine, Nick Bodette. 16:45 in a power play. Van Orsdale from the goaltender, Andrew Terrell. Into the second period, we go with the Bears leading 3-0. Princeton gets on the board. Power play 13:23 in. Cam Jensen from Dylan Cook and Jack Southard. 16:10 in. Nick Troutwine unassisted. Third period, the Bears score a couple. 3:29 in power play. Bryce Kopp from Baudette. 6:03 in Princeton. Scores, I think we had Dalton Willie with that goal. And 16:01 in Nick Troutwine from Brandon Lynn. So, shots, let's see, the final shots on goal, let's see. There's 50 total for the Bears, so 44 saves for Burien and 2 for the 2 goals. So Terrell had 18 saves. So that's going to do it. Nice to have you along on this Saturday afternoon from the Eveleth Hippodrome. Cable television, Access Channel 12, and on the internet, Facebook. Not Facebook. So 6-2, the Golden Bears get a victory here on this Saturday afternoon. They'll go to 11-6-1 on the season. Nice to have you along on Public Access Channel 12. Final score, Eveleth Gilbert Mesabi 6,